Alright, so I'm trying a new format for my farming simulator in-game garage tour. I hope you guys like it. Please like, subscribe, and click that bell to get all notifications to show your support for the channel. Enjoy the video. Hey guys, what's going on? I am the Lone Wolf and welcome back to the channel. I just got done talking to Jeff, the owner and manager of this, I guess co-op, or just you can probably call it a sell point here on Farming Simulator 19. This is the truck that I'm going to be driving to our dealership. We're going to be taking a few test drives of some combines that they now have displayed. They have, I think, 10 combines displayed, so I'm going to be taking in test drives of them all. And to go along with our in-game garage tour, I'm going to be looking at all the specs too. But yeah, thanks to Axery, the modder, for making this truck. This truck is absolutely awesome. I mean, I think it's supposed to, like, represent an Ural truck, but it is awesome. I mean, you even have a stick shift that moves. I mean, watch this. First gear. Speed up, second gear. Isn't that awesome? But yeah, we're going to be going to the dealership. We're going to take some tours of some combines, take some test drives, and look at the specs of all of them. Alright, so let's just go out this way. And guys, if you haven't noticed, this is the first time that I've actually had an official Farming Simulator mod on my videos, I believe. Unless I've showed you... Yeah, I've showed you some in the shop, but this is the first time I've actually had them on the map. Yeah, here we are coming up on the dealership. The dealership should be right here. Whoa, stop, 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 stop. Stops fast. That's really cool. Yeah, I just sold some soybeans, got some money. So I decided to invest in a combine. Hey, what's that back there? Is that a combine back there? It looks like it. Let's take a look. We'll just park our truck there and take a look. A B-Zone Z056 Super. Well, this looks like a really nice combine. Well, the specs on it are... It has 74 kilowatts and 100 horsepower, a 200-liter fuel capacity, 12 mile per hour max speed, 3,540-liter hopper capacity, and can be connected to the Z056 header and the Quasar F4. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. $84,000 base price, and it doesn't look like you can configure that at all. So $84,000 is going to be your total price. Well, I'm just going to take a little look at this one. Alright, so it's an open station. Obviously, it's just got this little cabin. But it's nice. Steering's good. They must have just fixed this up and are looking to send it to an auction because it's not in the dealership area. Oh, wow. Are those the keys right there? Oh, my goodness. Luckily, I know Carlos. He doesn't mind if I take test drives, so I'm just going to start this baby up. There we go. So let's back out of here. Nice and slow. Take it easy. Kind of twitchy, that's one thing. Back this way. Yeah, let's just park this. Wow, this is actually a really great combine for a starting farmer. I mean, 13 mile per hour max speed, not very fast, not very big grain capacity, but if you're a small scale farmer, it doesn't really matter. You don't need a huge hopper capacity in your combine. Wow, Carlos has got the dealership really set up. He's got like a big case combine up there. a nice Massey Ferguson, and he looks like he has those new Adco Ideal combines up there too. Those look really dope. Yeah, so this thing is really nice. I mean, personally, it's not my favorite, okay? Because they have two classic combines in here, and I do have one that I prefer over this B-Zone Super Z056. But it's it's going to be the next one we look at, because I did see they only have one classic combine here, so we're going to look at that one next. Yeah, I'm just going to park this back where Carlos had it without wrecking something. There we go. Yeah, that is a very nice combine. It's actually it's cheap combine. You know, 84,000 for a combine in Farming Simulator is really nice. So we'll hop back into our semi-truck, or grain truck. Wow, he's got some nice things up here. And he's got it all nice and organized for me, too. I'll just pull my grain truck up here so we can look at these. Wow. These are some nice combines. And look at this. This is the New Holland TX32, and it is the next thing that I've decided I want to take a test drive of. The specs on this are it has 118 kilowatts, 160 horsepower, 350 liter fuel tank, 15 mile per hour max speed, 5,600 liter grain tank capacity, and can be attached to the TX32 header and the Corn Champion corn header. $100,000 base price, and no configurations are available on this. So let's go around the other side and get into this thing. Ladder pops up when it's not running. Real cool. They get hey, look at that. That thing even has a cup holder. That's the most important thing. Actually, it's an old combine, but it actually looks pretty nice for its age. Sounds real cool too. We'll probably just go for a spin around the dealership like we will with all these. Get it up to max speed down the straightaway here, which is only 15, which isn't very much. I think it is next to that B-Zone. I think it's one of the slowest in-game vehicles on Farming Simulator. And yes, I'm going to abide to the law. Stop at the stop sign. It looks like Carlo's got a workshop back there too, so that would probably be where we configure new vehicles if we've already purchased them. Yeah, look at that. We got a big case here. We got some John Deere. We got New Holland, more of them. Some Rostomash Ideal from Adco. Yeah, that's the New Holland TX32. It's a very nice combine. That's my favorite small-scale combine in the game. Well, let's move on to this one. This one looks like the next size up from that. This is the Rostomash Nova 330. It's the white and red. This is actually a European-based combine. It's actually quite nice. I will admit, when I was playing Farming Simulator, this was the first combine I ever used, ever. I started my career on I started playing on like November 3rd of 2018, I think it was, and I played on Felsbrunn on Farm Manager, and this was the combine I chose. The specs on it are it has 132 kilowatts and 180 horsepower, 300-liter fuel tank, 12 mile per hour max speed, 4,500-liter grain tank capacity, and can be attached to the PS500 header, the Helianthus 5700, and the Corn Champion corn header. $105,000 base price. Very nice inside, honestly. It's got the hydrostat, power shift, everything like that. So it's a newer combine. It's like the in between new and old. Where like those two Adcos there, the case back over in the corner there, and the two Deeres up in front, those are like prestigiously new. Those are brand new. It's got almost sounds like it's got a turbo whistle, but I never knew that combines like this had a turbo whistle. You know, something so small. So this is actually the same speed as the B-Zone. So this is the second slowest, I'd say, because when I'm choosing like the slowest things, if they tie, I usually choose like the oldest vehicle, and I'll say that that's the slowest. Because you know, like this and the B-Zone go the same speed, but since the B-Zone is older style, I'll say that the B-Zone is the slowest. So, yeah. And if you guys didn't notice with the New Holland, I did turn my blinker on. It was just very hard to see because when I was recording, I could not even see the blinker, but I know I turned it on. Yeah, this is the Rostomash Nova. There is actually a mod. I'm thinking that it's supposed to be the same thing, but they might have just spelled it wrong. But it's the classic version of this combine. It's a mod called the Rostomash Nova. It's a very small combine. I used it for a while until I found out that I just didn't really like it. And it was just kind of taking up space in my mod folder, so I just decided, heck with it, I'm going to get a different thing. It's so cool how when you're running these combines, when you turn them off, the fan actually slows down up there. See that fan in there? That slows down when you turn the combine off. That's really cool. What should we go to next? I'm thinking this Massey up here. I think this is our one of only two Masseys in a dealership lot. I don't even know the model of this one. This is the Massey Ferguson Activa 7347S. It's very nice, honestly. This is a really, really nice combine. Specs on this baby are, it has 225 kilowatts, 306 horsepower, so it's bumped up from that Rostomash a lot. 620-liter fuel tank and accepts 80 liters of DEF, 18 mile per hour max speed, 8,600-liter grain tank capacity, and can be attached to the Massey Ferguson Free Flow, the Helianthus 5700, and the HS8 corn header. And by the way, guys, with all those corn headers I'm mentioning, like the Corn Champion, the KSR F4, the HS8, I will be pointing those out at the end. I'll go through them. This baby has a $202,000 base price, so very close to being double of the pretty much everything on the Rostomash Nova. Yes, so the only wheel change up that you can do, or configuration change up, is wheel setup. You can go from standard to wide for $2,000 extra, making this combine a maximum price of $204,000. And it is not available on console, but I will mention it. On PC, there is actually a mod that's out for, it's called like added realism for vehicles. So that makes it so when you change standard to wide tires, it actually makes a difference. Where in console, if you're going up a 8% grade or 7% grade and the combine can't make it with standard tires, tracks will do the same exact thing. You won't be able to make it. Where on PC, when you have that, if you're going up like a snowy slope or something, you may have wheels and you'll be slipping, but if you have tracks or on a vehicle like a car, and if you have chains, you will not slip. So it'll be it's added realism. So that's what I really like about vehicles. Inside, it's kind of plain, but it is a very nice combine. They kept it simple, but very elegant on the outside. I love it. This has the same sound as the Rostomash Nova 330. Now this combine, being how big and powerful it is, I can actually see this thing having a turbocharger on it. That would be cool. This thing is actually quite a bit faster. Go about 7 miles per hour faster than the other combines, and you may be saying, dude, 7 miles per hour isn't that much. If I'm going 15, 22 isn't that much. Yeah, that's not that much. But for combines, with how slow most of them go, 20 miles per hour compared to 13 is a lot. See if I'll just pull this right through here. That'd be cool. Without hitting something. Yes, we made it. This is awesome. Very cool combine. I love it. Now we move on to one of my favorites. One of which that at work right now, I'm working on something that I could probably say is near the equivalent of this. I'm not sure how close T560i is to a 9550 side hill, but it's got to be relatively close. I mean, I don't know how much horsepower this has. So let's look at the specs for this. Well, this T560 has 285 kilowatts and 387 horsepower. 800-liter fuel tank, 33-liter def tank, 24 mile per hour max speed, so actually one of the faster. 10,000-liter grain tank capacity, and can be attached to the John Deere 625X, the Helianthus 5700, and the 608C, which is also a John Deere branded header. $285,000 base price. You can change either Trelleborg wheel setups from standard to wide tires for an extra $7,500, to a crawler track for an extra $20,000, or Michelin standard wides for the same price and crawler track for the same price. So the maximum with that crawler track is $305,000. But yeah, this is a really nice small combine. I mean, it uses small headers. It's just a very nice. It's a good modern combine for small scale farming. Because I know one of my neighbors uses something close to this. I think it's like a I think it is a T560, but I don't think it's the I series, because I think it means like intelligent. I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the interior. It's a hydrostat. And if you guys are wondering what a hydrostat is, it's this orange and black handle right here. A lot of these combines have had it. You just push it forward when you're in gear for forward, and same for backwards, because I actually know how to drive a 9550, which is a very simple combine from John Deere. All you do is you press in the clutch, shift into gear, which is only 3 of them. You pull it back for 1, forward once for 2, and forward twice for 3. That is your gears, and then you just pick, okay, I want to go forward, so you push the hydrostat lever forward, or backwards if you push the hydrostat lever backwards. And it's got a cup holder, very nice. And let's start this thing up. It's quiet. That's the one difference between that 9550 and this T560. Just that number makes me think that it's probably similar. You know, T560 and 9550. You know, it's only, the last 3 numbers are only 10 apart, so I'm thinking it's got to be pretty similar. Yeah, this thing is really fast. Crank it right. And stop. And it slows down very quickly on its own, because I didn't even press the brakes there for it to slow down. Yes, guys, that time I did not turn my blinker on. I kind of forgot about it. Yeah, see, watch this. I get up to top speed. I'm not even pressing the brakes, and it's slowing down that fast. Really cool. Now, I'm going to show you guys something. This thing is really odd. How fast you can press the gas pedal at once you start this. Watch this. When I press the engine start button, I'm gonna be pressing the gas pedals. Look how fast it will move. Look at that. It almost barely fired before it started moving. That's kind of odd to me. But it is still a very solid combine. I love it. Now, hang on, I gotta check. Which one are we looking at next? It looks like we're gonna be looking at the second Rostomash next. This is the Rostomash RSM 161. I think that's what that is up there, right? Yep, that's the model number. We're going to take a test drive of this baby too, just around the lot. Very nice. It's pretty much just the big brother of this Nova and a little bit newer. Let's look at the specs of this. It has 279 kilowatts and 380 horsepower, 1,050 liter fuel tank, so a very large fuel tank. 24 mile per hour max speed, 10,500 liter grain tank capacity, and can be attached to the Draper Stream 900, the Helianthus 12,000, and the HS12 from Capello. By the way, guys, when it says HS, like 6, 8, 12, something like that, or 16, that is from Capello. Capello. That's a brand of those corn headers. $299,000 base price, and can be only wheel setup changed. Wide tires add $2,000 extra to make the maximum price for this $301,000. Interior, I like it. It's simple, yet they mix a good amount of dark and light colors, white and black, with a little bit of red with that RSM on the seat there. I really like it. They did give me 2 cup holders in very precarious positions, but I like it still. That is a nice engine sound. I'm just going to back this up so I don't smash the rear end against the wall when I'm taking this test drive. I'm going to go around backwards since I'm going to be pulling up towards that Rostomash Nova. See how fast this thing slows down. Not as fast. If you notice, the John Deere slowed down a lot faster. Well, so we don't have to use the blinker. We're going to take the short way around. Yee! Alright, well, this is a very solid combine. I mean, I wouldn't qualify it as like a starting farmer unless you like came into winning the lottery or something. And then you could buy this as a starting combine. Same with like the Deeres over there. The Ideal. Yeah, I would not qualify that anywhere close to a starting combine. But yeah, this is our next combine we're going to look at. This is the S790 from John Deere. This is the big boy of John Deere combines. I believe it might be the biggest they made. I may be wrong, but S790 is like a really big combine. Alright, the specs on this baby are, it has 460 kilowatts and a whopping 625 horsepower. 1,250 liter fuel tank with 55 liters of DEF. 24 mile per hour max speed. 14,100 liter grain tank capacity, and can be attached to the 645 Flex Draper, the 618C, and the Helianthus 12,000. $390,000 base price with an easy 400,000 threshold broken by having twin wheels. You can have standard for 0, wide tires for an extra 2,000, twin wheels for 10,000, and a crawler track for 20,000 to make the maximum price for this John Deere S790 $410,000. Let's see if I can climb up this. There we go. It's a very rough startup, you know. I'm also gonna go around the back way again. And look at the length of this pipe here. You'd think they'd make a folded pipe. I mean, yeah, the case is just a little bit longer, I believe, but still, you'd think they would have folded it. That's why I like on the John Deere S790 and the T560 mods of harvesters, you can actually get a foldable auger on this. I mean, that is just way too long. I mean, think about it. You're parking it in your shed, but you think, okay, the machine body of this combine is just big enough to fit in here. And then you find out, oh crap, I can't fold the pipe, so I can't put my combine in here unless the pipe is going to be sticking out the door, which I don't want that to happen. Yeah, so this is the S790, the big John Deere. And from there, we move on to the rival of the John Deere. This is the Case IH 9240, equipped with AFS system. It is a very awesome combine. This one has the foldable pipe on it. And all of the last 4 combines we're looking at today have a foldable pipe. This one, the 2 Ideals, and then if you can see it, that nice New Holland combine over there. Yeah, this one is the Case IH 9240. It has 466 kilowatts, 634 horsepower, so a little over the John Deere. 1200 liter fuel tank, 166 liter def tank, smaller fuel tank but larger def tank than the Deere. 24 mile per hour max speed, 14,400 liter grain tank capacity, 3,162 Teraflow? Or is it Teraflex? Hang on, I gotta check really quick. I'm confusing myself. I don't want to give you guys a wrong number on this. The Teraflex Draper 45 foot, the Helianthus 12,000, and the Capello HS16, $420,000 base price. Trelleborg, you can either have standard wheels or wide tires, and in Michelin you can have wide tires, which adds $4,000 instead of $2,000 in Trelleborg, which makes the maximum price for this combine $424,000. Oopsie, I didn't even want to start that quickly, but whatever. Yeah, this is a nice hydrostatic combine, but buddy seat, I don't like the cloth seats though. It's just a weird pattern for that. Got 2 cup holders, really nice radio on the side there, and a foldable pipe. You can see the auger in there, which I think is really cool. Yee! Let's go, let's go, let's go! 26 miles per hour max speed, so we're actually going faster than the traffic on the road down there. I do find it very stubby. You know, where you look at the Deere and it just looks like a beast. Where this one, it looks like a beast this way, but when you look at it that way, it just looks really short. Yeah, so let's just park this right back there again. Very nice combine. I love it. Now we move on to our last combine before we get to the big ideals. This is the New Holland CR1090. This is the biggest New Holland that you can get on Farm Sim in-game. This is the twin rotor Revelation. Specs on it are quite simple. 515 kilowatts and a whopping 700 horsepower, most powerful combine in-game. 1,300 liter fuel tank and 160 liter def tank, 24 mile per hour max speed, 14,500 liter grain tank capacity, and can be attached to the 3162 Draper Flex 45 foot, Helianthus 12,000, and the Capello HS16. $430,000 base price, and you can't change anything on it, so that $430,000 is your total price. Very nice sounding combine. And inside it just looks dope. I mean, it's yellow, so you think you have yellow seats instead of blue, but it still looks really awesome for a combine. So we're gonna go around this way because we're gonna be pulling up that way. Let's haul it, haul it. I love this combine. I mean, it's most powerful, has the biggest fuel tank. It doesn't have the biggest grain tank, but still, it's got a really big grain tank. Yeah, it's really awesome. But yeah, after that one, we move on to our two prize possessions. These are the Adco Ideal 9Ts with Fendt branding and Massey Ferguson branding. These are the biggest. This is the biggest Massey Ferguson you can get, and the biggest Fendt you can get, and technically the only Fendt you can get. But the specs on this are: it has 396 kilowatts and 538 horsepower, so it's actually quite a weak tractor compared to the top three here. 1,000 liter fuel tank, 38 liter def tank, 24 mile per hour max speed, and a whopping 17,100 liter grain tank capacity. Can be attached to the Draper Flex or the Power Flow, Helianthus 12,000, and the Capello HS16. $465,000 is the base price. You can either brand it Fendt or Massey Ferguson. You can see it changes the signage on the side. I'm not sure if it changes anything inside. Nope, but it does change it on the front there. You can see it right on the cab frame underneath the glass. You can see it changes from Fendt to Massey Ferguson. I'm just trying to see if it changes anywhere else. On the back there, and of course on this side. Nowhere else. But yeah, this is a really cool combine. The only other changes you can make are either Ideal 8T or the Ideal 9T, which actually puts it back up there with the pack and adds $54,500 and makes it 476 kilowatts and 647 horsepower. So still not the most powerful, but now it is among the most powerful. Now, it is the most expensive, being a whopping $519,500. Seeing how this one is only 430 and this one is 519. Huge difference. Now, which one should I choose to take a test drive in? Massey or Fendt? Heck, why am I even asking? I'm taking them in both. Interior, I just love the colors. How it's like, it's a gray background, but it's got all the little orange, yellow, blue, green, all those kind of things in there. That's awesome. Really cool sound. And the nice thing is, Carlos said he wanted to move these anyway, so I'll show you where we're going to be putting these combines. For a small-scale farmer to own this would be kind of overkill, because when I first used this, I was harvesting a really small field behind the shop on Felsbrunn map, and it literally took out that field and the field I followed up with in one shot. It didn't even fill the tank up halfway, I don't even think. Why did I go that far? I didn't want to go that far. That's where the Fendt is going to go, and now we will look at the Massey Ferguson. I do not think they have branding on the seats. No, they do not. Where some brands actually have, like, Deere branding, case branding, Rostomash branding, like that RSM 161 from Rostomash. It actually says RSM on the seat. Yeah, I just love these combines. I mean, having that black on there is really cool, but when you download the Adco Ideal mod, it's even better, because you can have either Fendt, Massey Ferguson, or Challenger, plus you can paint it either Challenger orange or yellow, Massey Ferguson gray or red, and Fendt green or black. It's really dope. And now, of course, I'm gonna have to move my truck, so let's hop in here. Yeah, I just downloaded this mod today, or at the time of this recording. It is so awesome. I think it's probably going to be my favorite grain truck to use. Yeah, so now let's back up this Massey Ferguson Ideal. It's not going to be in the best spot, but it's just going to be right here. But yes, that concludes our Farming Simulator in-game garage tour review of combines. We started with the B-Zone Super Z056 back in the back of the shop. Then we moved on to the New Holland TX32 over here. The Rostomash Nova 330. The Massey Ferguson Activa 7347. The John Deere T560. The Rostomash RSM161. The John Deere S790. The Case 9240 axle flow. The New Holland CR1090. And finally, we finished it off with a combination of Adco Ideals from Massey Ferguson and Fendt. Yes, that is our conclusion. Thank you guys so much for watching this in-game garage tour segment. It is so fun doing this, and I'm so glad that I'm able to bring joy to people who are watching these videos. Please leave it down in the comment section if you prefer me just lining the vehicles up in the shop and then driving them over to that plot of land over there, or if you prefer me setting the vehicles up in the area here in like a dealership and reviewing them that way and saying I'm taking, quote, test drives. Yeah, leave that in the comment section. Please leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and of course if you like this format of garage tour, and subscribe to the channel if you want to receive every video. Click the little notification bell to receive all the videos as soon as they are released. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I am the Lone Wolf, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, guys.